Wow, what a great night to be here, and to be honest, I'm in awe of these guys on both sides. Why I'm here, it is what it is, but the locomotives and Keith with the sled program and everything like that. That is special. I mean, I love bumping and what have you with hockey, but these guys are making really a difference, and I am just so impressed to be with them. But anyway, to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and honey, I am going to stick with the speech here. To the Hockey Hall of Fame member committees, thank you so much for inducting me into the St. Louis Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame, and congratulations to my fellow inductees. I want to thank my wife, Judy, who's here at the front, to be with me tonight. You know, we've been married for over 30 years, and she's more of a baseball fan than a hockey fan. But she's let me keep hockey in our family for the whole time, so I do appreciate that very much. I also want to recognize I've got my son and my daughter here, Mike Jr. I do have a third son, Kevin. He's at Kansas State. He's his last year of school right now, and he's actually a triple major, physics, chemistry, and math, and we've done multiple blood tests, and I apparently have been involved in that, so I am so thankful. But anyway, to the whole Robben family, especially my mom and my dad for being here tonight. To have you guys both here at the same time, it's very, very special. And everybody else, brothers and sisters, mother-in-law, my son-in-law Kyle, and Mike's girlfriend Katie being here. It's very special to me. Over the years, I've tried to give back to hockey. I've loved the game of hockey. And as you give back, you gain a different perspective on what things are. It just happens as you go through life and different things. I mean, when I was growing up, you just kind of showed up with the stick and you're ready to go play. But I coached, I refereed, I've been on a hockey board. I even was appointed a receiver or to run an ice rink that was going through bankruptcy. So I've kind of had the gamut of what hockey's been all about. And every time I was in one of those positions, I sat back and said, how did people put up with me and what I was doing when I was going through hockey at the same time? I mean, I'll be honest with you, refereeing. I owe an apology to the referees, probably for a couple things I may have said, disagreed. And then I went out there and started refereeing myself. And I heard some things I was just absolutely shocked. I said, do you guys not know? I actually used to play hockey. Seems like my take on hockey sometimes was as skewed as what I thought was going on. The referees put up with a lot of different things in this world, but I do, if you play men's hockey, no referee, it's one thing. As soon as you put a referee on the ice, the game actually really gets so exciting, the bumping and what have you. So to the referees, as much of abuse and everything everybody gets, you guys are very special and part of hockey. Those people who are on boards, on hockey boards, it's like herding a bunch of cats. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody wants to go a different direction. How St. Louis was able to bring together so many different things here, I'll never know. The high school hockey program, the junior B program, being able to bring different personalities and making something special for me when I was growing up, I will never forget. And I really relish this opportunity to say thank you to everybody for all that. I also want to say thank you to a guy named Steve Apted, who's no longer with us. Steve was very instrumental behind a rink called Castle Oak. Castle Oak was my playground. It was out on the west side of St. Louis, out near Chesterfield, and he gave me my first job. In fact, John, did we not work together or learn how to drive the Zamboni together out there? Yep. In fact, John and I we go way back to Creve Coeur hockey. In fact, John's picture was with me in our team picture out in the hall. If you're interested in seeing what John was like as a little hockey player, so we go way back. But I think our most exciting thing in hockey was actually driving the Zamboni. So we're part of the Zamboni driving team. We're all pretty excited about that. But again, Steve Apted, putting Castle Oak, that was my playground. I met great people out there. I met a guy named Tony Ott. Tony Ott ran hockey schools out there. He was a guy who asked me to help be an instructor and be involved in this program. He gave me the opportunity, even allowed me to go to across seas over to Finland one summer to help teach hockey out there. That made a huge difference in honing my hockey skills. A guy named Barry Rufa. Barry was a confidant that I worked at Castle Oak. Barry knew a lot of people. He knew how people were transferring from St. Louis to college. He gave me some tips and ideas, and so I always will appreciate what Barry did to help me understand what it would take to come from St. Louis, where there weren't scouts, there weren't college coaches coming here. What did I have to do to be exposed to be able to play college hockey, my ultimate dream? I played some great teams out at Castle Oak. I played for Missouri Delta, a guy named Chuck Warehouser. I played junior B out there for the Castle Oak Comets under Rick Kennedy. I also played summer collegiate programs out there, which was an awful lot of fun. Castle Oak really made a difference in my growing up. It was kind of like my winterland, and I really appreciate the Apted family, for everybody, Dan who is out there, and Steve for putting the rink together and everything. It made a huge difference. I was also greatly inspired by the St. Louis Blues and the St. Louis U Billikens. These guys had great hockey. They inspired all of us, as well as, having Dan Kelly. I was one of those guys who had a radio right next to my bed the whole time, being inspired about playing hockey. But more importantly, I was more impressed on how many St. Louis Blues hockey players and St. Louis University Billiken hockey players stayed in St. Louis and gave back to the game of hockey. And that was probably the inspiration for me to make sure that whatever I were going to do, I would want to be one of those guys, to come back and coach, referee, be a port, and do something else. So I want to say thank you to all those guys. You guys are my inspiration. And finally, there's so many guys, so many people, moms and dads, good-hearted people that come back and just want to help other people. You've got the locomotives, you got girls teams, you got the sled program. Yeah, you have great high school, you got junior B, and you got higher level talent. But the majority of the people aren't going to really make it to the NHL. We are so proud to have men and women men on an NHL team, men and women on USA Olympic team. We should be very proud as the St. Louis community for that. But we should be more proud of making sure that hockey is a great experience for everybody in this community, and how much we have, this St. Louis Hockey Hall of Fame is memorializing, just saying, you know what, all you guys started little, and everybody seems to come back and raise the bar a little bit more. And I am so proud and so excited about that, about hockey. And so the bar is getting up there now. And we need everybody else, the Chris Butlers and Paul Stasnys, and people who, please come back and help us and be more inspirational. But it's not just you don't have to be an edge. You can be a mom and dad. You can be somebody who just wants to give back to the game. Please, this is a great community. And the friendships, look at all the friendships around this room. I mean, this is really what, is so exciting. So thank you to everybody. And most importantly, thank you to my mom and dad for putting up with me and having this little inspiration of being a hockey player someday, and inspiring, give me the leeway, the confidence, and what have you. And most importantly, for being here. I'm so proud and excited you guys can share in this moment. I mean, I've raised kids myself. Whatever they do is a reflection on me. I hope that this is a nice reflection on how great parents you guys were. And so thank you very much.